introductory session on iRise Studio from YesM Systems.
So this is what your initial view. You can go ahead and manipulate how you want with the screen. You can go ahead and increase the dimensions over here or decrease it or however you want. So I'm just going to fit it to screen. So right now let me just go ahead and show how you can go ahead and add elements to your screen. Like let's just say you are creating like a sign up page. So I'm just going to show you how you're going to do it. So these are all elements that you can actually drag onto your screen. So let us just assume that you're going to do a sign up page. So on a sign up page, ultimately you are going to have to do, once you fill all the details in, you would actually say submit. And you must understand it's like a paper form. So just think of a paper form being electronic. So if you are filling up all the paper form, you're going to have to submit the paper form. Likewise, if it's electronic as well, you will have to fill in all the details and submit. So what we're going to do is see this icon. This is called a form. So you must drag and drop a form. So we will put all our fields into this form. So when we submit, this actually gets submitted, and if there's any error messages or any exceptions, we can handle this. So you can go ahead and increase the size of this form or however you want. So I'm just going to just put in a couple of fields so I can show you. So let's just say I'm going to put somebody's name in here. So I'll just say name. So I'm going to put a name, and I'm going to drag like a text input box right next to the name. So I'm hoping so far so good. Name, and then let's just say then I want a date of their date of birth. So just create another text field, birth, and you can see there's actually a calendar here. If you drag and drop it right here, you can actually see a calendar icon. I'm just going to quickly play and show you how this is going to look. So if you click, you can select whatever date you want, and likewise this will take in a text input. So so this is like a name, and then you're going to do a date of birth. And so I'm going to quickly put in a submit button here on the form. And so this is the submit button that we're going to do. And so what we're going to do is, let's just make sure, so let's just say our name field should not be empty, and if it's empty, it should give an error message. So what we'll do is, you see the pane on this side, this is the text input that we are going to give here. If you just scroll down over here, you see there is a required field. So if you click it, so this field cannot be left empty. So we can say, then we can throw in an error message saying this field is required. And what we have to do is, then this form has to be actually submitted for it to actually throw the error message. So like, let me close this again and run it. You actually, if I try submitting now, there will not be any error message because I have to actually submit this form. So what you have to do is right click on the submit button, and you see add event, and then click on action. And then you see this tab called submit reset form. Then you click submit the form, and then you click done. Then you actually see this form is getting submitted over here. And if I try, let me do this now. So I'm going to leave the name field empty, and I'm just going to select the date of birth and try submit, and see that there is an error message. I'm sorry, I've not formatted it properly, so you just have to align it properly, and you can see that this field is required. So this is how you throw the error message within iRise. And likewise, same thing like phone fields. you can do the same thing, like if you wanna, so you just put in 3 text boxes very close to each other. You can decrease the size over here, like you can decrease the size of the field however you want, like however small you want, and phone field, if you want 3 fields, let me just reduce it a bit more, like I'm just copy pasting these fields. So you just, likewise, same thing. You make sure that it can only accept its, you can also do a password type, wherein, like, if I just put in a password over here. Yeah, I forgot to set it up. Maybe this will only be a password, and so let me. This field will not show up any values because I've set it to password. And so you just, like, these are like, then you have, this is the form, this is the text input, and this is like the comment bar, like, that you can have. And then you can also have multiple choices. So you just enter whatever details that you want, like, let's say you have a BA class, then you have like a QA class, so if they actually you play it, you'll be able to see it. They'll be able to choose from here. And so what else? This is a checklist that you can checkbox if they want to select. You can give them multiple choices. Like that is the checkbox over here, and this is the basics. And then if you want to play with it, then there is like the this is the menu bar. You can, like, create like a menu buttons over here. If you wanted to go to different pages, like this could be the home page, you can edit all this. You can type in whatever details you want here.
How to insert an image? You can also show it, so
yeah,
an image needs to be inserted.
Oh, just right click, insert, and then you can just do an image from, just select from, I don't have any pictures, sorry. So just, you can just go ahead and right click. You can also change the background color. You can do lots with it. You just have to play with it.
Can you show the background color, because that's very important, So background color, can you show them how to change the background color?
Sure. Just a second. Let me. I don't have an image, so let me quickly download some background image and insert it and show it to you. So basically you set the background and then you drag and drop your form however you want it. You can insert as many images you like. So you guys are kind of understood what I did here for the background image? Was it confusing?
Yeah, go ahead. What is that?
No, was it confusing? Did everybody, I just right clicked it, just dragged the image on top of the form, and that's it. If I just play it, it's going to come as an image. That's how it's going to look.
Okay, but how the image and the screen that you created go together? Can you insert this image within the screen that you created?
Yeah, sure.
Prototype. Yeah.
Yes, I can do that too. I just have to insert the image, and The thing is, I'll have to bring everything. This is the image. If I insert right now, it's going to overlap everything, and then I have to send it back. Move backwards. And I have to bring all these elements. I have to bring forward because that's why I did it in another form, because I put it all the other details first. That's so this will overlap. So that's why I did it in our new things. Otherwise, I'll have to.
But just to show one field, how to bring it to the front. That I think it's order or some option is there.
Yeah, that's what I am move backwards, and it's not moving. That's why for some reason it's not moving backwards.
Or bring that field to the front. Maybe that will.
There. I just sent it to back, so it just. So everything is like, so you just have to align everything and it just gets aligned. So I have not aligned it properly, so you kind of get the idea as to how the screen will look.
Okay.
Anybody, any questions?
Yeah, 1 second. So I'll open up. Yeah, Kumar, you have a question?
Yeah. If you can go a little slow, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What
I have done is I have recorded this class, so I will load it up so you guys can download it. Okay.
Okay, perfect.
Any specifically that you don't understand? Could you tell me? Is there anything that you didn't understand specifically? I'm just basically, if you see Kumar, that all these icons right up here, I'm just dragging and dropping. It's iRise is so easy. You just drag stuff and drop. And this is just the text box that I use to put like a label in front. See, like the phone, I could, just drag and drop and type whatever you want, and that's how, then you can change the color, whatever you want, or you can change the font over here, style over here, color, everything you can, it's just, you just play with it. That's pretty much how you want to do. So,
the only question I had, how do you submit? I don't know how you submit it. When you're done, I know when you're done. Yeah, that's what my question is. So,
okay.
And when it comes to page 1, how does it work?
Okay, let me show you a submit button again. So basically, the form has to be submitted for any error messages to be thrown. If you don't submit a form, the error messages will not be thrown. So what you have to do is just create a button. Right click on the button and you see add event over here, and then you see action. Click on action, and then there are a lot of options. See, basically you just see what are all the options, and you see this option called submit reset form. You'll have to click on submit the form, and then you click on done, and immediately you will see there is over here, you actually see that on clicking on that button will actually submit the form. What actually happens is once you submit the form is when your error messages gets thrown. So that's why, if I play it, because since we've said the name field should not be empty, and if I click it, that the error will be thrown. If I don't submit the form, there will not be any error messages. Does that answer your question?
It does. Yeah. The only thing is that your action was a little slow, so it's more implementing to me now. Before I was
okay.
Sorry about that.
No, I'm sorry about that. I didn't know how. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Anybody else? Any questions?
Lexi, go ahead.
Yes, I just have a quick question regarding the export. When I tried to export my project, I was not able to do it. If you can show me how to export whatever I can do here.
Oh, what are you talking? Did you try export the file? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. What version are you using? Windows or which one are you using? Are you using a Mac or Windows?
Windows.
Okay. Do you have Microsoft Word in it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because these are rich text files and they will only get exported properly to a Microsoft Word. If you're using anything else, it did not work for me as well. So right now, since I don't have Word on this is not going to export it for me. But this is how you do it. As if you want to do it as a document, click the document and just export it. See, mine is opening as a text edit file because I don't have a Word document. So it's not going to show up. The image will not show up because it's, the text file does not support rich file format. That's why the image is not showing up. But if you have Microsoft Word, it will definitely go ahead and export properly with the image.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions? Any other people? Anybody else? And you actually go to the website by themselves. They have a small training session that you can take. It's about an hour or so. If you sit through it, they go through all this. So you can go through that training material as well.
Hi.
Yes.
I had a question where when you click the submit button, if you need to take you to another page, like you are designing another page, and when you click the button, it should load the other page. How would you do that?
Okay, that you will actually have to add over here, new page. Okay, and then see the second. We are on the first page. You will actually design another second page, and then if you will have to link these two pages on submit. Okay, add event, and then you see the link over here.
Okay.
Click to page 2, and then you click done. So it will go to page 2 as well. Do you see it here?
Okay.
And it will go to page, on click, it will go to page 2.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So this you could do it on the menu button instead of like if I have a home page. So like say if somebody clicks this, and then they could go to the home page, and likewise you could link it from here.
Right. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Got it? Okay. You're welcome.
Yeah, Mandeep, go ahead with your question. Mandeep.
Yeah, so I was just basically saying that it's kind of like a word tool now that you describe it a little bit more.
Yeah, it's quite easy. You just it's all drag and drop. Yes,
okay.
You just have to play with it. See, I learned it by just playing with it. That's pretty much it. So that's my experience, and it's quite an interesting tool. Like I said at the beginning of the course, it was one of it kind of like secured my job for me because I was able to show them something different than all the other candidates, and it helped me. It's nice to know niche yourself a bit because there are 10 other BAs who are attending the same interview. So how are you going to distinguish yourself from the pack? So
right.
Get yourself to know new tools and all that.
Okay, more questions. Yeah, Meenal, go ahead.
Hi, Magdalene. I had a question about the phone field. Okay, I understand that you created 3 different text boxes for the 3-digit and the 4-digit phone. But what if you wanted to do just one text box and have dashes? I tried doing that, and it did not. It didn't actually execute even by selecting the option. So can you elaborate on that if you've had any experience?
Actually, it is not possible, to be honest, to have a text box and actually predefine the values inside a text box. Because by default, a text box is something that will only accept values. You cannot put in, by default, you cannot put in dashes in there. Either you could make a text box into but you can use some default values in there, but you cannot put there's going to be a dash after 3 fields, and there's going to be dash after 3 fields, and that you cannot do. You could define the size, if it's going to be a number, how many, the validation type, you can try it as a phone number over
right,
here.
So that's what I was doing, and then I wanted this. See this format that just came up?
Mm-hmm.
Is it because I didn't?
This is the format that the data will be displayed. This is, you will not be actually be able to see dashes in here. This
so it won't be displaying.
No, this is the format that it's gonna, take input in.
So then, if I want to make that format active, how does that work? Do I have to link it like you link the other?
No, I'm sorry. What do you mean by active? I'm sorry, I don't follow the question.
So if this 123-123-1234 is the format that I wanted to show.
Okay.
How
you just type in it, please. I'm just typing something in here, so if I press play, there will be a tooltip. See, I just created a tooltip.
Okay,
so
okay.
If I just move the tool over here, there will be a tooltip.
Okay, but then if they say the person just doesn't put the dashes in there,
that's when see over here, invalid phone format, the error message will be thrown.
Okay, but then we have to
because we are validating it as a phone number.
Okay, got it. Do I have to I have to check this required field for it to be?
No, this error is if they leave it empty. That is when the required is.
Okay.
If they click the required, that means this field cannot be left empty. That's what this means.
Okay.
This is going to check the format type. If this is what we are putting in, the invalid phone format will be, this error will be thrown if somebody enters it, like, if there is more than the required digits, or if they put a backslash or something like that. That's when this error message will come. If they leave it empty, it's not going to throw. If I click required, then then the error message will be like, you cannot leave the field empty.
Okay.
Hello?
Okay, last question for the day. Reenu, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, she already answered my question. I think it's very easy, and it's going to make life a lot easier if you use this a lot.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to, anyone else has any question, raise your hand. Okay. Aziz, go ahead.
Magdalene, the question I have is, the format you said, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You mind typing it in and see how it works without the dashes?
You are breaking quite a bit. I don't know, Magdalene, if you understood. I didn't fully understand the question. Maybe you can use your best judgment to answer that question. Yeah, Magdalene, go ahead.
Okay. I think he said he wants me to go ahead and type in the number. Is that what he said?
I'm not sure. Aziz, can you repeat your question again, please?
It will take in any data because we have put a couple of options on the same button. It's trying to, because see, now it says invalid phone format, even though it's a text number. I've just put in text, but this format is wrong. So let me just put it as just once. If I try submitting it, it will still say invalid phone format, because this is not the phone format that this text box expects it to be. I guess that's the question that he asked.
Okay. All right. I think that's all for now, Magdalene. Thanks for your time.